And we are back for episode 5 of Holodiner. This time, it's the sniper for Armis, Gold Bullet. For this, I thought of a holiday meal starring the titular sniper, which would be Pernil and Arroz con Gandules. Bear in mind, this was before Gold Bullet introduced his mascot, which is a grass flying type, but enjoy nonetheless. To start off, we're gonna mash garlic and some sea salt together, because from what I've read and watched, salt helps with the maceration of the garlic when using a mortar and pestle. After macerating the garlic, we're gonna add spices like oregano, onion powder, cumin, paprika, and some lime. As usual, I don't measure my ingredients, I just do it by taste, because the ingredient list and the amounts is more of a guideline, except when it comes to baking. Next, just add some neutral oil and black pepper to taste before we rub this marinade all over our meat. So for this dish, it takes a long time just because of needing to marinate the meat overnight. But total cook time is just 4 hours. Before we rub our marinade all over our meat, we're gonna pat it down dry, or dry as possible, so that the liquid marinade can adhere better. After which, we're gonna take out some pent-up aggression or stored-up aggression and stab our meat, carefully not stabbing the skin of the pork. After which, we're gonna rub our marinade all over, hopefully to get that flavor inside of the meat. Once you run out of marinade, or properly marinated, or properly coated, wrap the meat in saran wrap or plastic wrap and put it in the fridge overnight with the skin side down. After leaving the meat in the refrigerator for overnight, it's time to remove it from the plastic wrap and put it on a deep dish cooking vessel. This is the only one that I have, so bear with it. Next is to cover the pork shoulder with foil or lubricated foil to prevent it sticking when cooking. We're gonna put this in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for an hour covered, and then another 3 hours uncovered, same temperature. Near the end of the cook time for the pork shoulder, usually 40-30 minutes before, we're gonna make the Arroz con Gandules. So for this, I added some pork fat and some bacon because I was not able to get ham, so bacon would be a good substitute. Next, half a white onion, then let that dice it and saute it with the bacon fat. After which, we're gonna add the spices, first was the first up is a sazon, and then the sofritas. So let that cook a little bit, and then we're gonna add more flavors, like an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, after it's cooked a little bit, we're gonna add the pigeon peas or the gandules with the water. Spanish olives. For this, I would recommend looking for pitted olives. It saves you some headache when eating this. This was my mistake. Don't make the same mistake that I did. Get pitted olives. Before that, I forgot to add some chicken bouillon and a couple of bay leaves for the aroma before we add the medium grain rice. So for this, after adding those, I let it boil before adding the rice. So this is 4 cups of medium grain wash rice. Always wash your rice. And then I added 2 more cups of water because I thought the liquid was not enough. So I added 2 cups. After that, cover for at least 25 to 30 minutes. Rice is cooking. It's after 30 minutes or near 30 minutes. We're gonna carve the pork. I overcooked the pork by, I would like to say, roughly 15 to 20 minutes. I cooked it for a total of 4.5 hours. And when I tasted the skin, it tasted a little bit burnt. The issue is when I was trying out the pork, it did not have a lot of flavor for some reason. I'm not sure if it's because I overcooked it or I did not have enough marinade on the meat. It did not permeate throughout the meat, even with all those slits. So it lacked flavor, so to say. I'm not sure why, but those are the 2 things that I can think of. Either I overcooked it and not enough marinade. But the meat itself was still juicy, even though I cooked it for 4.5 hours, which I was surprised with. For this, I would say add a sauce if it did not have any flavor. Personally, I would have added a sauce from the Philippines called Toyo Mansi, which is just soy sauce, Philippine lime, and a Thai bird chili. Next, checking up on the arroz con gandules. For this, I should not have added the extra 2 cups of water because for my taste, it's a little bit mushy. I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to be, but if I were to redo it, I would not add 2 cups of water, but I would play around with the ratio of additional water in the arroz con gandules. That is what I would imagine the menu item for Gold Bullet. Plus, it might be something that he might cook in lore for Team Armis after their show at the NijiHolo Apex Custom. But that is going to do it for this time. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye.